Christy Renault here. Happy Tuesday. So today on the Healthy Mama No Drama community, we are talking all about seasonal allergies, what they are, why they happen, how to help them in a natural way, how to address those pesky little symptoms. And so today, what I want to do is talk a little bit more about what is actually happening in our bodies when we are having those seasonal allergy symptoms, and then share with you why your seasonal allergies, if you struggle with them, why they're probably going to be starting earlier this year. And if you don't struggle with them, why your chances are kind of increasing every year. Boo, right? So when we have seasonal allergy symptoms, what's happening in our bodies? When we come in contact with pollen, our immune system actually thinks that pollen is an intruder, and so it then responds to that perceived intruder by releasing histamine, right? Something I'm sure we're all very familiar with. And so it releases histamine and some other chemicals that cause those age-old symptoms of an allergy: sneezing, runny nose, watery, itchy eyes, etc. So histamines, to address them, a very common way is antihistamines, right? That is what over-the-counter allergy medicines have. They have antihistamines in them. What antihistamines do is they block that H1 histamine receptor to help with those seasonal allergy symptoms: congestion, sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, skin rashes, nausea, hives, the whole gamut, okay? However, over-the-counter antihistamine medications can come with side effects: sedation, making you sleepy and drowsy. They can cause or worsen depression. They can interfere with thinking, concentration, and antihistamines can actually be linked to an increased risk of glioma, which is a malignant brain tumor. So there are some concerns, some side effects that we do need to be aware of. And as I learned more about just the harmful nature of a lot of over-the-counter and prescription drugs, I began looking for more natural alternatives. One of the natural alternatives that I learned about was a natural antihistamine, a way to get relief from my seasonal allergies in a natural way. And my very favorite natural antihistamine is actually lavender essential oil. It's a very popular essential oil, right? Lavender essential oil is a natural antihistamine. So you're going to get with it all of the benefits of an antihistamine without the side effects. That's one of the things I love about essential oils is when they are pure, completely pure, they come with no side effects, but they do come with side benefits. So here's the thing. Lavender essential oil, if you are going to use it or any essential oils for your seasonal allergies, just please make sure that it is completely pure. What I like to call the allergy bomb is a blend of 3 essential oils that help with the whole gamut of seasonal allergy symptoms, and that's lemon, lavender, and peppermint essential oils. So lavender gives you that natural antihistamine. Lemon is an mucolytic, so it thins and loosens mucus. And then peppermint acts kind of like a decongestant. It opens your airways and helps kind of clear you out. So together, they're really, really supportive of seasonal allergies. I actually like to I have a little roller bottle that I will put all 3 of those oils in with some fractionated coconut oil, and I'll just apply it on my nasal passages or, here behind my ears or on my pulse point. And it's just so, so supportive. If there's any time where I'm really struggling, then I will actually take a natural allergy pill that happens to have those 3 essential oils in it. And it's amazing. Like when nothing else is working, that pill works. Because there are benefits to getting essential oils internally, again, if they're pure. So purity is a very important thing when it comes to essential oils. Kind of jumping back to the lavender oil, the Botanical Adulterants Prevention Program states that 90% of lavender tested on the market, 90% of lavender is adulterated. That is ridiculous. And the majority of those, I guarantee you, on their bottle, they say 100% pure. So just again, please be very, very careful with what oils you use. Please do not buy your essential oils from Walmart or Target or the dollar store or Amazon, or probably not even the health food store, depending, um, because the essential oil industry is very underregulated, and that results in a lot of oils out there being labeled 100% pure when they're not. Um, you all are probably aware, I use doTERRA essential oils. I'm very confident in their purity. Um, the really cool thing, while we're talking about lavender oil, doTERRA is now the only company in the world that has an essential oil that is FDA approved and considered pharmaceutical grade. And that is huge in the essential oil world. And can you guess what oil that is? Lavender. Yes. So doTERRA's lavender, to get FDA approval, it's a very long, rigorous, expensive process. You have to, among other things, you have to prove consistency of purity over a long period of time. And now that they've done that with lavender, they're going to continue to do that with other oils. But it's just so exciting because that gives you that extra level of confidence in using that oil. So moving on to, I do want to share, so why seasonal allergies are going to be starting earlier this year. A huge cause of that is climate change. Our climate change has resulted in earlier and longer pollen seasons. Whew. For those of us who struggle with seasonal allergies, that's like, no, it's longer. But so the warmer weather brings in more pollen and in the air, and it can come in now as early as February. And with the warm weather that we've been having, I feel like it's been a little unseasonably warm for the last few weeks. And we've had some cold days, but we've had some really warm days. And unfortunately, that means that our allergies are going to be starting earlier. Some of you may have already even started noticing the signs coming on. So a few other things that can make your allergies worse, just to be aware of so that you don't have to be miserable. The amount of time that you spend outside. I am a big proponent of getting outside and enjoying the vitamin D and the natural air and nature and all of that. But if you have seasonal allergies, it can cause those to be worse. So my biggest tip is when you come inside, wash off, rinse off, do whatever you can to kind of get rid of the pollen that might have clung to your body and your clothing. That will greatly help. Also, your air quality and pollution. For those who live in cities, the air quality and the pollution is just, the air quality is not as good and the pollution is a little bit worse. And so those are just things to be more aware of, right? And then of course the weather changes. So for more natural remedies on how to address your seasonal allergies, more tips and more information on just the whole gamut of all of it, make sure to check out my blog post from this week. I have it linked in the description of the video. And I would love to hear what you do to address your seasonal allergies, what you currently are doing. If you use natural remedies, what do you use? I would love to hear. Comment below, and I hope you have a wonderful day.